Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Wellness Wednesday and we are coloring the Dwarf Dragon with the Brutfuner 520 oily colored pencil set. How is everyone today? Let's see, who do we have here? Hello Rinka, hello Ashley, hello Davissa, hello Celine, hello Dawn, hello Tara Lynn. Let's see. Oh, hello Emmy. It jumped on me. Hi, Leanne. Hello, 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 everyone. Hoi, it's been a day. All right, so I was going to color this wonderful little dragon in greens, and then I read the description, so then I had to change it. Hello, Jen. So I'm going to read you the description, and then you'll know what direction we're going. Okay, so it says Dwarf Dragon. What they lack in size, dwarf dragons make up for in character, being naturally mischievous. Easily tamed, they will nevertheless bite all but their owner at the slightest provocation. Dwarfs also have a magpie-like tendency to steal small, shiny objects. Wild dwarf dragons hunt in swarms of up to 100 individuals and are found in the great pine forests of Siberia or in the tundra's edge in northern Canada. A colony of dwarf dragons will build a hive from any materials available. Like soldier ants, they exterminate everything in their path and build a new hive each night from bones. Dwarf dragons have a stout body with stubby wings and are able to bear up to 3 times their own body weight. They have less body armor than other species and are a bright blue with pale underparts. Their large forehead features a prominent nose horn, spiny ear flaps, and distinctive red eyes. So that should tell you what direction we're going. Awesome, Leanne. I like my Brutfuners, and that's why I'm using them today as well as the Dragonology book, because I did receive the Brutfuner 520s quite some time ago, and I've only used them once or twice, and I've never colored this colored in this book since receiving it. So with our Just Because June being our hashtag of color anything and everything that you have not yet colored in, as well as use things that you haven't used very much or at all, that's what we're going to do. Yes, green was close, but we're going with blue. Hello there, Crashes. Welcome, welcome. It is a lovely book. I just haven't colored in it yet. So how is everyone today? I hope you're all doing well. I apologize. I ate a sandwich when I got home from work and now my tummy's saying, yeah, by the way, you shouldn't have done that. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Pam. Welcome, welcome. Yes, get your coffee, get your coffee. I have mine. All right, so we're going to switch on over to the close-up camera. That's always the way, though. And rearrange the desk and make a complete and utter mess before putting it all back. So let's start up here on his face. And we're going to take a nice bright blue. So I think I want... let's start with Dragonfly. which I do believe is this one. Protein shake. I'm not going there. Won't tell you where my brain went. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to put in some dragonfly color here in the shadow areas and at the bases of the scales here. Do apologize if you can hear my son. It's really warm in the house, so he has his bedroom window or bedroom door open so that he can keep his room fairly cool. And you know how teenagers can be. They can be quite loud. Especially when they're playing video games. Yeah, just a little bit. It's okay. Hello, Christina. Welcome, welcome. And go under his eye with this. And once again, we're using Dragonfly. And we'll be coming through with a different color as well. This is just for the scaly areas and the shadows. Oh, nice. Taco pizza. Yeah, all I had was an fried egg sandwich, and my tummy is not happy with it at all. I even was behaved and used gluten-free bread and everything. And my tummy says, yeah, no. You shouldn't have done that. Okay, going to come in around his lip here as well. Hello, Alex. You're never late. You're here. You're good. You're never late. Nobody's ever late. Sorry if I go all quiet. It's been a long day. I do have one little bit of a surprise. I went to a secondhand store. Yeah, I don't do that very often. And at the Goodwill, I found a book. I was quite surprised to find there for $6. I'll show it to you in just a minute. Just want to get this part done so I don't lose where I'm at. No, they are a completely different pencil than the 180 set. The 180 set is, in my opinion, a cast off or a quality toss away from the Shuttle Art company and their 180 set. The same as their 174 set. I have their 174 set and was able to literally match number for number pretty much the entire 180 set. except for the extra pencils. The Black Barrel 180s are completely different than these. They do have the same feel and lay down as the square Brutfuners, just a little tiny bit harder, but they do lay down quite nicely. The Dragonology book, I did leave a link in the description below the video for the Dragonology book as well as for the 520 Brutfuners that you can purchase on Amazon. No problem. Welcome back, Dawn. Nice. Okay, yes, I was going to show you the book. I'm going to switch it over to the main screen. You want to see? Nobody wants to see, do you? You don't want to see. Wow. That's very, very, very dark. Jan wants to see. All right. So I went to Goodwill and found this. Very large. Joanna Basford. 24 drawings on cardstock. Like, this is really heavy duty cardstock. In the US, it's like a $30 book. It looks like there may have been one page taken out. Maybe two. Oh. But yeah, it's yeah, maybe one. So it's pretty much the entire book. And I got it for $6.99. It was in Salem, in the Goodwill in Salem. But yeah, it says here that in the US it's $23. Cool. Yeah, I thought it was a good buy for $6, even if it has a little bit of dirt on it and little bits of stuff on the cover. No, they just had it tossed higgly-piggly in an aisle that they said was the arts and crafts aisle, and it was next to empty. Like, there was no arts and crafts things there. There's very little, if anything. Just filling in the ear area here. Just putting a light layer. And as you can tell, even just putting a light layer, the color is really vibrant. These are extremely well pigmented. Like I said, I haven't used these in a long time, and I'm really liking the way they're going down in this book. No, a little bit of dirt never hurt nobody. Oh, nice. I figure since it's an artist edition, it's probably got really good paper in it. You know, if I do find that I'm not overly fond of the pictures in it, it may become a part of a giveaway. We will see. It may just show up at in somebody's package if they win a prize. I do that sometimes. There's a couple of pictures in there that I like though. And for $6, who can complain, right? Hello, Calamity. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to sharpen this pencil again a little bit. I'm still using my trusty TaskBiz sharpener. It seems to be working really, really well. Like I have it on dull right now, and it's just removing the wood so that I can continue on. Which is great. Okay, I'm only going to go down to about here on his shoulder. We're going to concentrate on his head in that area. Alright, so we're going to stick this one in here. So now we're going to grab a different blue. So we've got a fairly green, bright green blue there. So now we're going to go into the more blue colors. And we're going to grab French blue, I think. And we're going to take the French blue. And we're going to go just into the very tipped areas. Into those edges. Extending out that shadow. And then up into the horns here. Into his little spikes. I know this is the boring part, isn't it? I'm going to come down and extend that Shadow there, shadow here, and this shadow here. Once again, I'm just using a very, very light touch, and I just love the way these pencils cover. Even with a really light hand, I've got a really good coverage. The paper in this book is awesome as well, so it really helps. Having good paper in a book is very helpful, especially with budget-friendly pencils. Sometimes it all depends upon the quality of the paper, on whether or not you're going to get a good color out of them. These ones I've colored on a couple of different things with them, and they just always seem so smooth. I'm always happy with the results. It is from Dragonology, which is in the description below the video. It also has the link, as well as the link to the Brutfuner colored pencils that I'm using. All right, going to put in the shadow here for his ear. And up in here as well. And we are coloring the Dwarf Dragon. I do apologize for the screaming child if you can hear him. They get so excited when they play video games and they don't go their way. Okay, then I'm going to go down the edges of the scales here. Thank you. So I'm just lifting my hand a little bit on the blue as I bring it down into the scale so that I have something to blend into when I come at it with a lighter blue. Bring that shadow out from his jowl and his jawline there. And do the same thing under here, just a little bit, and we'll blend that into the under scales afterwards because those are going to be a different color. They're still going to have a blue, they're just going to be a very pale blue. And come up through here. And now I'm going to sharpen this a little bit sharper. because of the movement of this flare here. I've sharpened the pencil to a really, really sharp point. And once again, not putting a lot of pressure on the pencil and still getting a really, really strong color. And we're just doing the curves and the shadows. And Mr. Choo Choo is about to say hello. Nope, he didn't blow his horn. He's just coming by. Okay. Alright, I think that is it for this blue. Just gonna put some down here on his horn here. I'm gonna do his horns as well. Alright. Okay. So far we have used Dragonfly and French Blue. And now we're going to add some lighter blue to it. So we're going to use let's see. Okay, so we're going to use Sky Blue, which is right here. Oh, well, Sky Blue ran away. Okay. And I've got it nice and sharp because I'm not going to cover the entire thing. I'm just going to build off of that color that we've put down. And we're going to put a fourth blue in here as well. Oh dear. Somebody have you dog sitting too much there, Dawn? Tomorrow's going to be an early day at work. Hello, Wicca! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to turn him a bit so that you guys can see as well as so I can do what I was going to do here. So I missed the shadow on the eye here, the eyebrow. So we're going to put that in with the French blue. As well as up here. Okay, I think that's all right. This needs to be a little bit darker. Like that. All right, so that's a little better. Need to put. Sometimes you put down a color and you miss a couple of areas, and it's always good to keep your previous color handy so that you can adjust as needed. You have missed me starting the Dwarf Dragon, and the book that I found at um, Goodwill, and me saying hello to everybody and reading all about the dragon. Let's see, what else did you miss? Of course, you can always watch back all the wonderful things that you have missed in the playback. If you want to. You found a book? Yes, the 520. It's the 520 set. Of course, all things are listed in the description below the video. Well, they should be anyway. I put them there. But if they stayed, I don't know. Hello, view. Oh, you're going to have to pop those out. Just because June. I like them. Celine. Well, that happens. That's what happens when you're busy all the time and you have little ones and you get tired. I know all about Yes, it's the 520 Brutfuner pencils. Ooh, Wicca, that'd be awesome. Well, good luck. Good luck. Then I don't have to worry about you driving home while you're watching. As much. Did you start green dragons there, Pamela? I was going to color him green, but his description says blue. He's blue. He's typically blue. So we'll color him blue. Add a little bit more of the dark blue in here for the edges. Try to put in that shadow from his shoulder. Well, his wing shoulder. Because there's his physical shoulder there. Purple grass is always fun. You color whatever color you want to color. And Bob is home. Wicca's not going to faint at purple grass. Alright, so we've got our blues in there. Now we're going to use an even lighter blue, and we're going to go with Morning Mist. Well, thank you. So this is a gray blue. It's a very, very light blue. Nobody heard that. Don't sharpen your pencil too sharp. And we're just going to put in that highlight. These are fairly soft, so if you put a lot of pressure on them, you are going to get crumbles, but you are also going to get a little bit of a blendability. Nope, there was nothing. You heard nothing. There was no snippy snippy. My poor Brutfuner did not cry. Move that out of the way because my arm keeps sticking to it. And it's just a very faint color, and it's one of the ones that we will be using more on his underbelly as well. I'm going to take more of this in here as well. So I'm going back in with the sky blue because I missed this area. Thinning that blue out. And we're going to grab the, yeah, that's what it was. Grab a bit of the French blue here, put in a bit of a shadow. Like so. Sorry about that, I had an itch in my ear. Oh, I'm sorry that you didn't sleep well. Hopefully you sleep better tonight. Alright, now we're going to come in with that morning mist. And blend it all together. Like so. We're going to come down here. We're going to drag some of that blue down with us. Like so. Just going to blend all that together. So are you all bored to tears yet? Everybody's gone to sleep on me is what they've done. I put everybody to sleep again. It's okay. Alright. Now I'm not worried about this one getting dull because I'm using it as a blender. I kind of want it to be duller than the other detailing pencils. I'm just going to take a little bit of that blue, the French blue here. I'm just going to come up off of that jowl there a little bit. And we'll take our sky blue, extend it out just a touch more, blending into that, getting rid of that harsh line. And then our morning mist again, just to fill that all in, blend it together. Alright, so there is the majority of his face done. Now we're going to put the blues away for a moment. We will be using those 4 blues again further down his back and onto the backs of his legs. And then we'll do a different blue combination for his, well, we'll bring this down over top of here. Bring it down his arms. And then maybe we'll go a darker blue down here where it's more shadowed. Hello, poet! It is a blue dragon. It is a dwarf dragon. Alright, so I need some reds for his tongue. So let's grab some reds. Trying to decide which way I'm going here. I think it's this way. Nope. Nope, the other direction. There we go. So I'm going to grab this one. So we're going to grab the Flame Scarlet. And what's the other one I want? I think Tandoori Spice is the other one I want. If I can find it. The only thing about having something this big is sometimes when you're trying to find a color, it can become a little bit tedious when you're really short and can't reach across the whole group of them. Let's garnet. Maybe lipstick red. Let's use lipstick red. All right, Dawn, you get some sleep. Thank you, Emmy. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to go in with lipstick red first on his tongue. And we're going to color in the really dark area here. here where his teeth are. Oh, thank you, Alex. Just putting in the shadow areas. And then we're going to take the Flame Scarlet. And we're going to fill it in. Might take a little bit of purple as well. Maybe not. Like so. I'm actually going to take just a touch of purple. So this is Phlox. Just to deepen some of those shadows up. Like so. Just gonna try to get myself a little bit closer here so I can see what I'm doing. Alright. And then we're going to take our Flame Red. And we're going to blend that in. And then for the top part of his mouth, I'm going to take a little bit more of a pink tone. So I need this one. So we need some chrysanthemum. And I'm going to do this one a little backwards because I'm going to put the color down first. And then we're going to build the shadow areas on top of it. All right, now we're going to take our lipstick red. We're going to come in here. And we're going to take our purple. This is Phlox. We're going to come right into the deeper areas here. Like that. And then we'll take our flame red. Awesome. Then I'm going to take the chrysanthemum. I'm just going to fill it in, blending it together. Trying not to put too much pressure on it because we want it to look a little pinky, not a dark red kind of color. Now for the other side of the mouth here, we're going to use the Phlox up deep around the teeth. And then through here. And then we're going to take our lipstick red. We're just going to come off of that Phlox a little bit. Like so. And then we're going to take our Flame Scarlet. Hello, Brittany. Yes, it is listed in the description below the video. This is a book called Dragonology. There is a link in the description below the video, as well as a link to the 520 Brutfuner colored pencils that I'm using. And then we're going to take our chrysanthemum and very lightly join all those colors together, keeping this part of the palette a little bit lighter than the rest of the palette. Like so. And then for his eye, because they say he has a red eye, go in with the darkest color here. And then the flame red. And I'll come back through with a white gel pen a little bit later. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of purple in there, just for that shadowy center area. There we go. All right. So you guys want to see him on the main screen to see how it looks all together? Thank you. I'm going to switch you over to the main. So there he is to begin with. Now we're going to come down his arms here, his wings, with this color combination, and then we'll darken it as we come down his back and onto the backs of his legs. Ah, View, that's so cute. Thank you. So we're going to put our reds aside. And we're going to grab our blue combination here. Yeah, that is true. I might have to do that. I always put it in the description, and when I don't, everybody says, I read the description and it didn't say what you were doing. If I put it in the description, everybody's bound to ask. But that's fine. Thank you. Well, this one, it actually states in the description for this dragon, see on this side here it tells you all about the dragon. It actually states that it is a bright blue with pale underparts. So I'm just following the description. Jen who? Of course we missed you, Jen. She hates it when I do that. Alright, so we're going to go in first of all with the dragonfly. You can't quit. No, no. Not yet, anyway. So just going through with the dragonfly, doing the dark area. And feathering it up, I will be adding the other dark blue to this as well. So I'm just feathering that up so that when I put the dark blue on, it'll have something to mix into. Good night, Rinka. Sleep well. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Awesome view. Pamela, that is fantastic. I have not done a puzzle in so long. Now I'm going in with the French blue. Three-D puzzles are fun. I buy them every once in a while for Bob to play with, little metal ones. Dion showed me her 3D puzzles, and they're really pretty. She did a really great job on hers. Baby steps, baby steps. So if anybody out there has children and is looking for summertime fun and is a part of the Discord, I did post some summertime fun things in the Discord coupons for water balloons and water pellet guns and stuff like that. Almost like paintball, but with water balls. It's kind of cool. I love water balloons. Just drop them on their head. Alright, now we're going in with the sky blue. That's very nice of you, Brittany. Alright. Just going to put in a little bit more of the French blue into the scales here. Before I go over it with the morning mist. Alright, so I'm going to go through with the morning mist, and I'm just going to blend it all together. Alright. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit more of the sky blue, soften that edge a little bit. All right. Just bringing those colors in a little bit. Smoothing it out a little. Sometimes you just have to adjust the colors a little bit just to get rid of that hard edge. Make sure that you don't lose any depth in your color. So I'm just going back and forth here, just building that color up a little bit between the dark and the light. Yeah, puzzles do take up quite a bit of room. I just don't have the patience for them anymore. And since I started working, not even the time for them, never mind the patience for them. Alright, now I'm just going to go back over it with the morning mist. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Yeah, that's true. Oh, sorry, needed to take in some coffee. Not liking the way this is looking here, so I'm just going to add just a little bit of that dark dragonfly color down his neckline here. Like so. Yeah, Shyla just walks by with her tail and knocks it all onto the floor. Nice. Mine is just a regular cup of coffee. No fancy dancy stuff, just regular old coffee. Gonna sharpen this pencil up. I really like this little tiny sharpener. It gets everything so sharp. that shadow in. Now remember, this is a different arm than this one here. So this is a different arm than this one here. So make sure that you're coloring on this arm, not this arm. If you're coloring along. Ouch. Yeah, rotator cuff pain is not fun. Ah, I see. Yeah, I don't put milk in my coffee. Of any type. I like my coffees strong and black. Strong and natural. How's that? Yep. I've never been one for adding things to my coffee. I just like it natural. Just tastes better that way. Can actually taste the coffee, not the sugar and the cream. Oh, I haven't had an espresso in a very long time. So I'm just gently filling in with the dark dragonfly color at the moment. Making sure I get all of these shadowy type areas darkened up a little bit. Like so. And then we're going to take French blue and we're going to do a good sharpen on it because it's dull. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, you know, especially with sensitive tummies, black coffee can do some damage to them. So a little bit of non-dairy creamer or even dairy creamer does help with that. Another thing that does help with that too, if it's a sensitive tummy issue and an acid issue, is put a little bit of dandelion root in your coffee when it's brewing. If you're using a K-cup machine or something, just grab a dandelion root tea bag and put it in your coffee cup. Don't leave it in there for a long period of time, just a little while. Just until the coffee's done brewing. Yeah, my husband has issues with the acidity of coffee. It really upsets his tummy if he drinks too much of it. So I think it was his doctor told him to put dandelion root in it. It would cut the acidity down. So I'm just going through with the French blue, expanding that dark area. This one here has a little bit more of the lights hitting it in some areas. So we're going to darken this back area here. Yeah, it. I have so many tummy troubles. I have lots of different tips because of my own tummy issues. So I'm going through now with the sky blue. And then we're going to finish it off with the morning mist. Blending it all together. Basically what the morning mist does is it gives us our highlights and it blends the other colors together. Like so. Alright. So now we're going to darken up as we come down his body. So we're going to start using a darker blue. So I think, Bayou Blue. Let's see if I can find Bayou Blue without getting frustrated and stop looking. That's Boca Blue. Okay, there's Bayou Blue. So we're going to start with the Bayou Blue in our shadow areas. Yes, my tummy is lactose ignorant as well. It's not intolerant, it really likes it. However, nothing else in my body does. Okay, Christina, be careful out there. So I'm just going around all of the scales here on the lower half of the body. And the reason why I'm doing this darker, I'm going to do it darker all the way to about here, because the shadow from this wing is going to darken this back area here. Now we're going to put some of the original colors in it, but in order to get that shadow color in there, we're just going to use a darker blue. All right. Like so. Now we're going to take our let's see. I want to use the French blue, but I want to use something a little bit deeper than that. Let's see. Well, let's use azure blue and the French blue. Yes, please don't put your personal information in the chat. That's never ever a good thing to do. Okay, so I'm going through with the azure blue, just extending that shadow out a little bit. And coming up into the spines in the back. Filling in this area here under his arm and under here. Getting that shadow in there. Just extending it all the way up. And this is a fairly thin, small area. So try to make sure that you leave at least a line's worth of open space for that lighter tone. Because this area here that's facing us is going to have a bit of a light hit it, where this area here that's facing upwards is going to be covered by that wing. So you're going to get the shadow of the wing in that area. Hello, Lashona. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So now we're going to take our sky blue and we're going to fill this in. And we're going to use our sky blue for our highlight area instead of the white blue that we used on the other area. Like so. And I know we're just doing a lot of blue, but alright, and we're going to do the same thing under here, but we're going to use a little bit more of the dark blue. So we're going to use the Bayou blue and the dragonfly. So let's start with the dragonfly. And then we're going to go into the Bayou. Emmy, why are you still up? Go to bed, dear. Thank you so much for being here, but you need your sleep, darling. Oh dear. I already put her to sleep once, now she's wide awake. Now we're going to go in with the azure blue. And then we're going to go in with, yep, she took her nana nap. And then we're going to go in with the sky blue. And then we're going to go in with the French blue. In these little areas here. Okay. Now I'm just going to take that French blue and I'm going to go in between each of these scales here. Oops. Shh, that didn't happen. Nobody saw that. It didn't happen. I was pressing too hard. If you don't press too hard on your pencils, they rarely break. Yeah, I popped another knuckle. That's what we're going to call it. All right. Now I'm not going to go any further down there because I want to work with it. So I'm going to take the dragonfly and come in from the edges. Now I'm using the dragonfly because it is a fairly dark color and it works well for those shadows. So our line is going to go down the center in an S shape. So you want this area here at the edge really dark, and then feather it out. Exactly. So we're going to blame it on. And then the same on this part. I'm going to bring this in. Now remember, we do have another dark blue to be adding to this, so just feather it in from the edge. If you are going to keep your pencils in your hand like I do, make sure that it's not really hot. Even though the core itself will not completely melt, they do get a little bit softer in the heat. um, yeah, something like that. You're not the only one, dear. Okay, so now I'm coming in with the Bayou Blue. Just extending that darkness out a little. Trying to keep that S shape going there. And then we're going to take our French blue, maybe our azure blue. We're just going to come in off of the dark, very lightly. Gradually filling in that edge. And then finally, we're going to come in with our sky blue, and we're just going to blend it all together using the sky blue. because even though there's still a light source hitting this area, unlike the light sources hitting this area up here, it's a darker light area because there is more shadows and more contrast to the area. Like so. And come down this edge here as well. We're just going to blend that all together now. Like so. Hello, Catherine. Welcome, welcome. You made it just in time. I'm going to finish up this leg and the rest of the scaly part of his tail here. And then I think we will be at the 2-hour mark. So we have about 15 minutes left. All right, so we're going to take the dragonfly. I'm glad you popped in, though. I'm really happy to see you. I miss seeing you. And we're going to take the dragonfly on the edge of the scales. This center part we're going to cover with the dark blue. It is normal. We're all normal. So now I'm going in with the Bayou Blue. And I'm going to go around all these little scales here. And do his underskin area. Like that. And then we're going to take the Bayou Blue onto the dragonfly and extend the dragonfly out a little bit. And we're going to take the French blue and we're going to fill that in a little bit more. And then we're going to take the azure blue and we're just going to fill in the rest of it. Like so. Aw, well, the kids in Hub, they deserve some of your attention. I will forgive it. Only because it's the kids in the Hub, yeah. Just extending this dark area into his buttock there. Alright, now we're going to come down the back of his tail here. We've got the dragonfly. And then we're going to take the Bayou Blue. And then we're going to take the Azure Blue. And then we're going to take the Sky Blue. Like so. Yeah, another way, really good way to avoid acid in the coffee as well, um, is to go with a morning blend, which has a lighter roast to it, so it doesn't pull as much of those acids out. All right, now we're going to do the bottom part here. Yay! Oh. Alright, so we're going to use Dragonfly. Now this one here, the light source is going to come up the edge here. So it's not going to go all the way into the center like it is here. It's going to come from the center and run down here a little bit. More to the edge, like there. So we're going to take that dark blue. We're going to do its darkest at the edge here. And then we're going to gradually taper it as we come into that center area. Now down here at the bottom, we're going to make that dark area larger. Because there's more of a shadow on that area. And then we're going to taper it in as well with the Bayou Blue. And then we're going to take our Azure Blue. Like so. And then we're going to take our Sky Blue. Like that. And we want our Sky Blue on here. On those little ones there. So we're going to come down here with our Sky Blue. And we're going to do a thin line of the Bayou Blue. Now we're getting into his toe area here. So it's not as much scales as it is skin. So getting that dark blue in there. I'm going to take the Bayou or the Dragonfly. And I'm going to fill that in. Like so. Just trying to get his toes in there. And then we're going to take the azure blue, do the edges a little bit. I'm just going to cover up that center area where that light source is hitting a little bit with the azure blue, and then I'm going to hit it with the sky blue, just blending it together. Like so. And I think I'm going to finish the bottom of his tail here because we've got about 5 minutes left. So I'm going to take Dragonfly. I'm going to grab this area here where all those shadows are from the tree and the vines. And the underneath of his tail there. Like so. Let's actually put you in the view. Then I'm going to take the Bayou Blue. We're just going to extend the Dragonfly out. Alright, and then we're going to take the Azure Blue. And we're going to lightly fill it in. And then we're going to take the sky blue, and just blend it together. Do the same thing down here. Take the azure. Like so. And then take our sky blue. Let's not tip that over. Hold on a sec. Hopefully it doesn't tip over. And we'll fill this in. Blending all of that together. Creating that light source there. And there we go. Alright, so I'm going to switch you over to the main camera so you can see the whole thing. And there we go so far. There is our dragon so far. So we've still got his leg here to do. And then we'll do these arms and his wings. And then the underbelly. Hello, Della. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. I am so glad you made it. I have missed you. I hope you are well. So we will continue this on Saturday. I don't think we'll have time to pick a new one. We will work on this one until it's done, unless you want me to do a different one on Saturday. And just continue this one in Discord. What do you guys think? There's so much left to do on it, though. I think we're going to continue this one on Saturday, and I think it's going to be the last one for the month. Because next week is the last week of the month. So, we will be working on this for the rest of the month. Alright guys, if you are a part of the Facebook group, please make sure that you have your Just Because June pictures into the album by the end of the month so we can do a drawing. And of course we will continue this wonderful dragon next week using the 520 Brutfuner colored pencils. And yeah, this is Dragonology. And of course, like I said, I am using the 520 Brutfuners. Alright guys, with that I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. Hello Viking! I love you all, and of course remember to relax, color, and stay safe everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now guys.